Hello, and once again, this is Angela D. Stribling coming to you on WDRB Media, the voice of the community, giving you double the information and inspiration. You can always catch us every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on iHeart, TuneIn, Apple Music, and on Streamer. Also, we are on Saturdays on the Angela D. Stribling channel at 1 p.m. on YouTube. And please, if you haven't had a chance to click and subscribe, please go to YouTube and search for Angela D. Stribling and subscribe. You'll hear all the shows that I've had thus far. And today's guest might be new to others, but she's definitely not new to me. My sister from down south, Miss Shanreca Crawford Benjamin, and she's been on my show before, but I'm grateful that now she's going to be on the Angela D. Stribling channel as well. She's an author, she's an entrepreneur, and I just seen something amazing that she's getting involved in, and I just wanted to hear more about it. So, Shanreca, thank you again for coming on my show. How you been?
Awesome, awesome. And thank you for having me. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity because most people, are kind of like, I don't know if, we should talk about that, but I've been great. Thank
Good.
you.
Good to hear it. And listen, you know what I mean? My show is to showcase everybody and what they're doing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Whatever might not work for other people, it might not be their thing, and that's fine. You know what I mean? But I know you're
Exactly.
still at the bottom line and a woman of integrity. So whatever you do, I know you're doing it and you're doing it for a good purpose. And it's all about what you feel in your heart will benefit
Right.
a community. So, do you want to jump right in and or go into telling everybody who you are and what you've done up thus far? Then
Okay.
we'll talk about your next venture.
Okay. That will work. As she stated, my name is Shanreca Crawford Benjamin. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a published author of a children's financial literacy book series. I'm a transaction coordinator for realtors in North Carolina and South Carolina. I'm an employee. While I'm doing all of that, I host
Exactly.
Turo. I do a number of things. I do a lot of things. But ultimately, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm just
Yes,
somebody that's looking to increase my income streams. As I get advanced, I guess, in
exactly.
age.
Exactly.
I'm
Exactly.
trying to increase my income stream so that way, they'll take care of me instead of
Exactly.
me having to scramble and figure out where everything is coming from. So that's ultimately who, and I'm a grandma.
Yes, yes, yes.
But yes, that's ultimately who I am, and what I do.
Right. So, you've done a lot.
Yes.
And I mean, you and I are, I think because our friendship is so kind of even, we kind of think, you know what I mean? I agree with you, especially as a woman. If you're a single woman, and women, we are out here doing it these days. You know what I mean?
Yes.
There's nothing that can limit us from reaching whatever goals that we have. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And like you too, I'm always looking for the next thing to help, secure myself for my future. If it, I see you traveling a lot, so
Hmm.
those are the kind of things that you need to do, and supplementing just your primary income is the benefit and the ways to be able to live the lifestyle that you want. You can't take the time to wait on nobody. You got to do it yourself. So,
Oh yeah.
how did you get into this next venture before we go into it? Because it seems interesting to me.
Yeah. Well, I'm in a group. And my coach brought it to me. He was like, "Hey, I got this opportunity we could be a part of because in the group it's called the Black Billionaires Club. We he's bringing opportunities. Like, hey, I looked at this opportunity. What do y'all think about it? So, I mean, he's always bringing opportunities, but this one just kind of like it really hits home, especially in our communities.
Yeah,
Without going into it, it can be an asset.
right.
It can be an asset where it has been, you know I guess you would say a liability or a burden, throughout the years because so many of us have gotten the short end of the stick when it
Yeah,
comes to the industry. So
yeah, yeah. But now it's becoming legal.
right, and it's becoming legal, more state. stateside
According
because
to state, right?
right, because states see that, one, it has medical, benefits, and
Right,
also it can bring in money for the
right,
state, as
right,
far
right,
as
right.
taxes, a way for them to uh, be able to, take care of themselves or whatever they do with our tax money. But off the record, but um, yeah. So states recognize it, and I believe that federal will eventually recognize it because right now it's listed as a Schedule 1 drug, which is something that's one. Uh, I guess you would say can easily be addictable or something that people can be addicted to, and also too that doesn't have a medical benefit.
Mm-hmm.
Which I mean, I've not seen anybody addicted to cannabis, marijuana, whatever you want to reefer,
Yeah,
whatever you
yeah,
want to
and
call it.
had it changed the trajectory of your life? You know what I mean?
Right. I've not seen people, stealing and doing all
Right.
of this stuff just to get it. But I have seen people doing that for, oxycodones,
Absolutely.
and what else? And methadone and
Right.
opium and the stuff that
Which
they
is
prescribe.
prescribable by doctors. Yeah.
Right, the stuff that
Yeah.
they prescribe, So I
Yes.
have seen people addicted to those things, and those things I have not seen to really have a um
Regulation on it, or like a
well, or
mandate.
healing, or even healing, really healing
Hmm,
properties,
hmm.
or
Yeah,
other
benefits.
than,
Yeah.
yeah, because most time they prescribe it and they say, oh, don't take it like this if you don't need it because you're going to get addicted, but then you get,
Yeah. Yeah.
depending
Yeah.
on what your issue is. But yeah,
Yeah.
I just felt that it could be a benefit, whereas it has been so taboo, and especially in our community. I had looked at a ACLU. They had did an analysis that showed how we, Black people, were like 3.6 times more likely to get locked up,
Uh-huh.
for possession, like for marijuana possession, than white people were, even though we had the same amount or the same
Wow.
right.
Wow.
So, and I tell people, whereas because I do have a marijuana, simple possession on my record. Um,
Okay.
but with this opportunity, none of that really matters, because you're online. You're just
Yeah, yeah,
online.
yeah.
It's like your Amazon store for, cannabis, and it's not just all cannabis products. There are mushroom products also, because mushrooms too have medical benefits.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
You
So do
have
you have to have medical diagnosis in order to okay.
no, you don't have to have a medical diagnosis. For the most part, you can see what is on or in the product. You'll be able to see the ingredients. Everything comes with a certificate of analysis, which shows that it's been tested, in the lab, third party tested in a lab,
Okay.
because it has to, because especially with your THC products, they can only, according to the farm bill, they can only have a certain amount,
Okay.
which a lot of people don't know is legal. If you have under that amount, like if you take a drug test and you have that
Uh-huh.
amount, under that amount, they don't count that against you. Now, if you're over that amount, then of course, it's a failed test. But
Right,
under
right,
that
right.
amount doesn't
Right.
count. I think it's like the 0.3. It doesn't count against you. So, but yeah, that's
So
in a
how's
long
the
story
business
short.
been going? Like how do people like how do you promote it, I guess? I mean, I guess this is one of the first ways, you can promote and let
Right.
people know and like let them know the benefits, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I do. I do, as far as, I use Facebook, I use the marketplace, I use, a number of email marketing. But you know, I tell people that, it's four things you can get. You can get some relief, like if you have pain, because
Mhm.
those are things that it helps with. You can get some release because there are some, if you need help in a sexual department, there are
Okay.
some things that can help you there. If you need to relax,
Uh-huh.
they got mushroom products mainly for that, but or either or, you know what I'm saying? Uh, or if you want to get rich, I say get rich, but it's not like an overnight rich thing. It's a process
Right,
with
right, right.
anything. You're
Like
building the
anything,
business.
yeah.
You're building the business. But I say, those are the things that I say, hey, if you're looking for either one of those things, then, check it out, see if it's for you. It may not be for you. Maybe you want to, partake in the products because there's not just, things to smoke. You can, they're edibles.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I have gummies. These are mushroom gummies for focus.
Uh-huh.
And I say, and they really like on days like when I need to do a lot, have a lot of stuff I need to do, and I'm kind of like, I don't know, brain fog or whatever. Like
Uh-huh.
I take it, and then, I mean, it works fast, and then I'm just like alert, and I'm getting stuff done, and I'm not like, feeling like no crackhead. Like, hey, running out like no crackhead, but you know what I'm saying? I'm alert, and you know what I'm saying? I just feel good, and I get a lot of stuff done.
Yeah, yeah.
And you only take one
Okay.
in 24 hours. So that, but this is something that does, I like, um, because they help me be a lot productive, a
Okay.
lot more productive on days that I don't want to be
You
productive.
just want to crawl up in bed and stay there.
Right.
Yeah, get you
Yeah.
moving.
So,
Yeah. It's amazing how ingenious, people are, and how do you know how it started? Who came up with this idea?
well, the founder, which is Marty Hale, he's an entrepreneur. He's a businessman. He does personal development. He's been in, you know, multi-level marketing for years. But he came up with this, and he partners with local like farmers, like
Okay.
in Texas, Florida, Florida. I want to say Colorado, but everything is made here in the U.S. The
Mm-hmm.
farms are here, the facilities, as far as the extraction, the production part of it.
Uh-huh.
That's everything is done here in the U.S. So, and it was just a way to help businesses. And what's so crazy is because at first, when I was told about it, I was like, I don't know if I want to, do that or whatever. And I was just thinking about it, and I was like, one, and I remember it's a saying that Zig Ziglar said. He said, when you can help enough people get what they want, then you can get what you
What
want.
you want?
And I'm
Yeah.
like, and another thing my coach said, he was like, people are going to do what people are going to do. But if you can put yourself in position to benefit from it, you know what I'm saying? And if it's something that you feel good about that's helpful to
Yeah.
the people, he was like, then why wouldn't you do it?
You're
So I was
right.
like, think about it. And I was like, you know what? People are going to,
They'll
smoke
find a way,
or whatever they want, whether,
legally
like I
or
said,
illegally, to get it done. You know what I mean? But
right.
as long
But
as it's something that's legal and it's, able to be, processed, and, people
right.
get it,
I
and
mean,
it's coming from one location, because you figure you're in certain entities and situations, you'll know where stuff is coming from, and this that could kill you. You know what I mean? So at
exactly.
least if you know that it's safe and more secure, I guess. You know
You
what I mean?
see, yeah, you can see the lab work, you can see the results on it. It's you order it online, it's delivered to your door. UPS brings it to your door.
Oh wow.
So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? What's a better process? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Especially with
exactly.
people
So you don't
who
gotta
may not
go
want
through
people to
Joe
know.
Blow from around the corner. You don't know
Right.
what he
You
putting
don't know
in it.
what you're gonna get. You get a whole little bag of parsley or something. You know what I'm saying? Or you
Yeah.
don't know what it is. You think you're getting something. But I know that, for me, my grandmother, before she passed, she was in a lot of pain because she had
Hmm.
aneurysms
Hmm.
and she had a colonoscopy. She had a lot going on health wise. And the medicines, oh my God, that they were giving her
Yeah.
was so many. She couldn't eat, she stayed sick. So, I mean, I've bought stuff for her to try to help her,
Yeah.
like, have people make like edibles and stuff, and they sometimes it was like it was too much for, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
Yeah.
sometimes it wasn't. So, I mean, They do have like mix, like brownie mix. I have tried that.
Uh-huh.
Um, and it's a difference because like I said before, you go taste what's in there. This tastes like regular mix, and it doesn't make you feel like you know
Out there.
out there, right? You're
Yeah.
just nice and relaxed. You're nice and
Okay.
relaxed. But I would get things for her to try to help her with her pain.
Oh,
She didn't
yeah.
smoke. And I
Yeah.
was like, I wish this had have been around it because it could have helped her, instead of me, like you
Yeah.
said, going around the corner over the woods and, this here and there, you know what I'm saying, to get stuff done. But, I was trying to make sure because she was in a lot of pain. So I was
Oh,
just like,
I'm sorry
whatever.
for your loss too. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but,
So
that's
how has business been going though? Has it been
it's been going well. I mean, they've, been having sales. I don't know if they just been because they've been having sales, but they have been having sales on items. So people been, take advantage
okay?
of the sales. But it's been going well. I talked to a
Yeah.
lot of people. Um, like I said, I always tell people, it may not be for you, and that's fine.
Right,
I
right, right.
understand that if it's not for you. But if
Right.
you know somebody else who may be interested, let them know. Or if you, feel like you could benefit from the product, just go online and check it out and see if it's something,
Right.
because some people may not want people to know that they,
Right. Involved.
partake in things,
Right, right.
which
So how can
which shouldn't matter because the only person that do matter, he see you anyway. So I mean, but
absolutely. Absolutely. So how can
however,
people get in touch with you?
oh, well, you can go to the website, which is cannaglobe.biz. Well, now spell it .woosa. So
Okay.
it's CANNA, and I meant to send it to you. CANNAGLOB as in boy, E.B as in boy, IZ. Then you want to do / Woosa, which is
Uh-huh.
WOOSAH.
Okay, great, great, great.
And also, oh yeah, YouTube. I did start a YouTube channel. It's called Woosah and Relax with Cannabis. And what I'm doing is just kind of showing people different ways that they can use cannabis, not even just ingesting, because I mean, there's so many things you could do
Really? Uh-huh.
outside of just smoking. That's why I always tell people it's not just for smoking. Like
Right, 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 right.
you have bombs, you have all kind of things that you could use,
Right.
different ways that you can use it, that it could be helpful to you. So, I just want to show people different ways that they can use it to help them, as far as self-care or help them,
Yeah.
live a little healthier, not be stressing all the time. And you know what I'm saying? Woosah, like,
Relax.
really woosah,
Uh-huh.
just relax, and educate them on a different, what it is, because society has stigmatized it, but
Yeah.
I feel like anything that's really good for us, they kind of
Well,
make it
first of
seem
all, I
bad
learned years ago
because that's cutting into
right.
their money,
Well, because they couldn't tax it, first of all. I learned that in college years and years and years ago. It used to be here, you could go right downtown and they would have little coffee houses where people would go drink tea and smoke. But then
Yes,
once they couldn't put a tax on it, then it became a, you know what I mean?
an issue, right?
Yeah.
So
And so that's when it became, illegal.
right, and I just and like I said, I feel like states are changing a lot of are going ahead and decriminalizing it. That's
Yeah,
basically what
exactly.
they
Yeah, that's the
call it.
word. Right.
Yeah, but yeah, I feel like, federally that will change. They just trying to, they gotta have a way to control it
That's true.
themselves. So, I think once they figure out that,
Hmm.
um, you know, that'll be a quicker change. I know that Biden has put a bill in to try to, get
Okay.
everything passed. So, I mean, people are, because there are benefits, like you can use this to make clothing. I
Wow.
mean, like products and stuff. It's not just, like I said, I tell people all the time, it's not just for
And
smoking.
you've really I like that because you've really done your research on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because with any business that you do, you got to get the ins and outs, because people gonna ask those questions. Because that's why I wanted you to come on, because I wanted to see how it worked. Like, how you get involved with that? Like, how does it work? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just like I said, he brought it to me. At first, I was like, no, but then, after I thought about it, and then I started doing some research because, of course, I've smoked it, but I've heard of, people talking about the medical, side of it, and I know that it relaxes you definitely,
Right. Right. Right.
depending on what it is, because there are different what they call them, different species. Like you have your sativa, and then you have your indica, and one kind of
Yeah.
relaxes you,
Right.
and one makes you feel, a little more energetic.
Okay.
So
Okay.
but yeah, just kind of educating people on that, because you know at least if you want to try something, like okay, well, I need a little energy, or maybe I need something to help me relax, maybe
Right.
I'm have insomnia,
Right.
at least
Right.
you'll
Right. Right.
know, okay,
Right.
well, I need to be looking along this line right here, because this is going to help me relax, or
Yeah.
I need to look at this mushroom right here, because this mushroom helps this, and it just different things that can
Yeah.
help you be better.
Yeah. Because guess what? We all need help in getting better, right?
Exactly,
Uh-huh.
exactly right. So,
What else you doing? What else you got going on? Anything else you want to add? We got a couple minutes before we wrap.
uh, no, not too much. Just kind of I'm working on getting the next book published in the Kids Love Money book series. So that'll be about money management.
Okay.
Uh, and if anybody interested in that, they can check that out at kidslovemoney.shop. Um, going to work on getting into some schools, and speaking, more on
Yeah.
the books,
Yeah.
getting the books out some more, and just kind of, talking about this, and researching some more, and sharing what I learned with people.
Right.
Um, because even if they never buy it from me, at least they'll know, my
Yeah, that
thing.
it exists and it's an actual thing. And like you said, for those people who might really need help with pain or with stress,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? Some of those components might be beneficial. You know what I mean? Everything isn't in it for the, you know, criminal end of it. Some people.
Right. I mean, because you think about, I mean, the United States, and we can end it on this actually. The United States is a business, right? And the laws that it has been created are for businesses.
Mm,
So, no matter what you get into, you want to have some type of business, you
yeah,
know, and I feel like when the federal government, probably more than likely when they get involved, it's only going to be big corporations that are going to be able to afford to get into this industry. Because see, this is still a new industry, right? It's
right, right,
still
right.
emerging. I watched the documentary, and when I tell you, I only see like maybe 1.5 of us, but
Uh-huh.
everybody else in the room is them, and
Yeah,
they lobbying, and they
yeah.
serious, and they got acres and acres, and they going to talk to the politicians about, hey, we need to get this passed, because
Okay,
I
okay,
mean, they when I tell you they own their business, and I
okay.
was just like, I saw that, and I was like, you know what, they serious about this thing, like,
So here's the thing. They see it 5, 10 years down the line, where we're always looking at today.
right now.
They're looking at how is this going to benefit and how is this going to pay out 5, 10 years down the line.
I'm telling you.
While we're always behind the eight ball, they're already looking further into the future.
Already looking at the future. And when I tell you, I forgot got the name of the documentary, but I did post it on my page. So if anybody listening, you go to my Facebook page, it's Shanreca Crawford Benjamin. There's a documentary about marijuana on there, and just talks about the industry. But when I tell you, those people are
Lobbying.
serious,
Hmm.
right? Because they know business. Business is what's going to help you,
Yeah.
help you survive technically, because you get a
It
lot.
is sustainable.
Right. Well, yeah, that part too, if it's
Yeah.
sustainable and you running it like a business. But I mean, there's just so many benefits to having a business. That I would just say, whatever whatever business you can get into legally,
Yeah,
get into
yeah,
it. Get
exactly.
into it.
Jump into something, especially, you know what I mean. The way the economy is, you need two or three sources of income.
You're
Period.
gonna have to,
Have
and
to.
yeah, and like I
Especially if
said,
you got kids. I couldn't even imagine. You know what I mean? I couldn't even.
girl, I'm telling you, things are. I
Yeah,
mean, things are expensive just for
it
us.
is. It
So
is.
just imagine, putting kids on it. But yeah, and this, like I said, this is an emergent. This is still a new industry. Even though it's been around for years. And like I said, by the time I believe by the time the federal government say, okay, yeah, it's good. If you ain't in position already, you're
Yeah,
not gonna, and you ain't got the money. I don't feel like you're gonna be able to get into it because it's always, you know, once they start, getting everything together, it's always you got to pay to play, and if
yeah, yeah. Literally, literally.
so,
Really? Well,
you get it.
you my friend. You can come
Yes,
on anytime. It's
thank
always
you.
a pleasure.
Yes, sir,
And
I
I'm still here.
appreciate it.
I'm still, making things happen by God's grace. But I'm glad
Amen.
I was able to have you on. And if
Yes,
if you're out there and you're someone might benefit from this, feel free to reach out to Shanreca Crawford Benjamin. And again, this is Angela D. Stribling on a new After Sunday on WDRB Media, the voice of the community, giving you double the information and inspiration. And you know what I say. Take care, stay blessed, and remember, pay attention, ladies and gentlemen. See you guys next week. Bye.